Seems a year has passed and these guys can't get Tears of the Kingdom out of the head rent free. So, if you do not know, Tears of the Kingdom is the next last Zelda 3D game Nintendo has released. And you'd think that but the Nintendo fans like, oh my god, we got treated to two 3D Zelda games in the same console. Basically, what they're complaining about is that this game reuses the same world as Breath of the Wild, but they added floating islands to the game. Okay, but the game has a totally different story than Breath of the Wild. It is a continuation of Breath of the Wild. Okay, kind of like these people would have complained about Mario Galaxy 2 back when the Wii era. It's funny that Mario Galaxy 2 is considered one of the best Mario games of all time. But these people would have whined about Mario Galaxy 2 and called it lazy if they released it in 2024, okay, or 2023, which is when Tears of the Kingdom was released. It is because these people have such quote unquote high standards for games now that they expect every game to be completely unique and game developers not to reuse assets from older games. And of course they could complain about the price of the Tears of the Kingdom. Why don't you just wait for the game to be on sale? Okay, that means he won't be paying the $70 for the game. But basically, the whole controversy started when people were leaking the game months before the game actually came out, which means people were playing the whole game for free before the game came out, which is what caused Nintendo to go after Yuzu Emulator and then the Yuzu devs and the Patreon that the Yuzu devs had. Yeah, the Yuzu devs had a Patreon as well. Okay, as well. And Yuzu was duped out of existence. Honestly, I think people will still try to access Zoo because the code still exists online. But that's a whole kind of worms we don't want to go into in this video. But the whole random hatred towards Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is pretty wild, considering the fact that Zelda fans have been wanting an open world game for a long time, and this was the original envision of the series as far back as the original game. And the original game, they just didn't have the hardware to do it, so there was a top-down dungeon crawler game. Same thing with A Link to the Past. But I think with Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, they definitely wanted Zelda to be an open world series. That was always the intention for this franchise. Okay, it's not like Sonic, well, that wasn't the intention for the series, and they just made it a more open world game. But Zelda was always intended to be an open world game like the Elder Scrolls series and Fallout series and the Witcher game series. These games were intended to be long, open world, epic games that were meant to be played for weeks on end, and that was the intention for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. They were intended to be open world games. That was the intention for the Zelda franchise. And heck, even with Mario 64, 3D Mario games were intended to also be open world as well. I think that with Mario 3D games, they might also finally take the final step and make an open world Mario game, which would be pretty cool as well. I think the difference is they're taking like Sonic and making it open world, where Sonic has always been a linear series. Okay, but Zelda has always been intended to have a big open world in mind. So yeah, that is about this video here. So Tears of the Kingdom still lives in these guys' heads rent free. Goodbye.